All right, here we go in Venice on the corner of Hampton and Electric. The homie had a moment, right? I think this was like an attempted murder. Somebody threw a firebomb in his whole little spot and it all turned into, look how high the flames are. You can't really see the tops of this. This is how high the flames was. Flames was higher than me. I came out here with a little tiny fire extinguisher. That joint was looking silly with that big shots of flames. So we were gonna introduce the talent from these streets that's flowing, the heart, right? And then in the end, we're gonna have a call to action as to how we could get this little spot going up in a different way, maybe with some better stuff. All right, take it away.
I'm Patrick. I'm out here in Venice, and my thing is to be holy and acceptable unto the Almighty. It's all about Him and His Word. A lot of things I'll say, you'll hear me say, it's most profound. I gotta say, I'm not trying to boast or anything, but the things I'll say just so super. It's all about God. God said, "Be wise about it." That He does bring the least to tell us stuff, and I am the least. I know you don't believe. I know you don't believe it, but yes, I am the least. Yes, I'm the least. And He, God, God the big God, said for us to win over prudence, and we can see Him. Be wise about it. That He does bring the least to tell us stuff, and I am the least. You know. As far as the talent goes, they like the way that I do my Proverbs and stuff like this.
Yeah, I understand you got some Psalms.
Yeah, Psalms and Proverbs.
Yeah, remember the Psalms and Proverbs? A lot of time they were sang, man.
You want to do a song?
Yeah, we got some drum accompaniment available on these corner streets in Venice Beach. So yeah, we're gonna do a little encouragement for the peoples.
Oh, yeah. Thou hast searched me, and thou hast known me. But I know it mine and down sitting. What do we feel? And mine up rising. Thou understandest my thought afar. Thou come passing my paths, and I'm lying down, and I going with all my ways. There's not a word in my tongue but lo, oh yeah. For thou knowest it altogether. For thou hast beset me behind and before, and laid thine hand upon me. Such knowledge is wonderful for me, oh yeah. It is like I cannot attend unto it. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yeah. But darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. But darkness and the light are both alike to thee. For thou hast possessed my reins, O Jah. Thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous, absolutely marvelous are the works, and that my soul knoweth right well. Mine substance was not hid from thee, when I was made in secret, and curiously wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Thine eyes did see mine substance, yet being unperfect. And in thy book, all my members were written. Got lots of members, in which continuance were fashioned. When as yet there was none of them. How precious also the thoughts unto me, oh Jah. How great is to some of them. If I should count up your thoughts unto me, O Jah, one tray would be more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with thee. Surely I will slay the wicked, O Jah. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men, for they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Jah, that hate thee, and am not I grieved with all that rise up against thee. I hate them with perfect hatred. I I count them mine enemies. Search me, O Jah, in my heart. Try me, O Jah.
And know my
thought.
way.
And see there be any wicked way in me, O Jah. And leave me the way everlasting. Pray, glorify you. Yay, hey, 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 hey. Like a lamb or stuff. For sure. That's a proverb. I mean, that's a psalm. Psalm.
Praise Jah. That was a mashup of so many psalms. That was a beautiful rendition, bruh. It's funny how many others might have access to more and ain't praising his name, right? And you're out here on your rubble pile praising his name, right? This is what they left this spot with, right? Somebody came from wherever, decided on some vigilante hate shit, threw some fireballs in there, and that's why I say this is like on some murderous shit, because who knows if somebody was in there. That would have killed somebody if somebody was in there. Right?
What they was thinking when they threw it.
Or what was it, right? So as an expression of the phoenix, right? What does the phoenix does? It rises from the ash, right? As an expression of this, we're asking the internet world, right, to consider the praises of God through your giving, right? So now we're doing God's grace through sharing, right? So you can express to your brother the love of God through what you have in capacity that you can share. I'm not sure what our number goal is, but this is a GoFundMe call, and we're asking everybody who sees this video to whip out the Venmo and Cash App and Zelle. GoFundMe accepts all of those, right? And we'll have the name of the campaign and the links and everything in the bottom of this video, right? Be generous, people. Whatever you can do, right? Our minimum number we're thinking of is gonna be $300. Is that reasonable? What number was you guys thinking of, right? Because with $300, we could have a nice hiking bag. We could have like a nice collapsible tent. We could have a sleeping bag. We could have a pad, right? You think that $300 will cover that?
We'll cover that, you know, because we can get it on different places, you know, even at discount.
Because the cool thing about it, if we say $300 and we get $500, we get it all, right? And but if we say $300 and we get $250, we don't get anything. They just send the money back to everybody. So they do it with GoFundMe, that they make it so that like your numbers are supposed to be reasonable, right? And we're trying to think about what we need.
You know, I guess that'll be sufficient. Like I said, we can get it at buy the stuff at different places, even at discount places if we have to make it work, you know.
Yeah. So we're not trying to be super greedy about it, but we also understand a bigger number can have a bigger impact, right? So once we hit the goal, don't hesitate to, you know, go $100, $200 more than the goal, right? Because all of it is going to go towards a good project, right? What he came here to do, which I think kind of didn't show the level of devastation. He came here to clean up. This has been here for 3-4 days. The city's not caring to do anything about it. So he came out here to clean up himself, right? So all of the footprint, you're not really seeing how big a footprint and how devastating the outcome was, but I think you know, that's how we could help and act as a community. Anything else y'all want to add?
It's just that I'm totally positive about here in Venice. I've been out here 23 years in the streets of Venice, you know, working at stores and stuff, you know, driving and stuff, you know, doing art and vending and stuff up and down the beach and stuff, you know. Ain't in no trouble or nothing, you know. Ain't no parole, probation, or none of that stuff. You know, it's been a decade since that, you know, and it was only for drugs, man, so it's been a long time. So shit, I'm totally doing good, you know. This wasn't a horrible thing for somebody to do.
Yeah, it's the things, you know, the things could always be replaced. Thank God everybody's safe, right?
And safe and without harm, but it was just terrible that somebody do something like that.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm hurt financially, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna count on you guys to help me out a little bit.
Yeah, I'd like to point out too, this is Brooks in Electric in Hampton. That's like a 3-cornered house, right? Right here, there's a camera. There's a camera. If you could, if you see right above that window there, right behind that grill, there's a camera pointed directly at this spot, right? So if there is a care in Los Angeles to not let vigilantes or people with bad intentions do things that could be dangerous and harmful to people, right? This is where 6 degrees of separation, right? Who knows who's watching this video? Some of the people watching this video, we would like to speak up and ask for the police to investigate, to look into this a little more than just oh, this is trash burning. That's what that's how the fire department categorize it. They categorize it as a rubbish fire, right? Like, oh, there was a big dumpster that went on fire, and then we came and we put it out. So that's what it says in their paperwork, right? So if there's a pattern of vigilantes out there, you wouldn't know that the pattern exists because the paperwork isn't reflecting what's happening on the ground, right? This wasn't just a trash fire. This wasn't just a spontaneous combustion, right? Right? Somebody did some shit, right? And there was no real curiosity to see what's going on. And as a person who's a member of the community, I like to always make sure some arsonist crazy mofo is getting his wings clipped and ain't trying to, be comfortable and doing stuff like that. So yeah, that's all. I don't want this video to go too long. We already at 11 minutes and 20 seconds. But if y'all want to close with a psalm, with a praise, with the Jah is mighty, right? Anything y'all want to close with?
Yeah, let's go over a psalm.
All that have breath, praise the Lord.
A psalm of Proverbs.
Yeah.
You guys to be wise about it, judgment, tell us stuff, and I am the least. Yes, I am the least. I am the least. Be wise about it, I am the least. Do it not wisdom, cry, O Jah, and understanding, put forth her voice. She standeth in the top of high places. By the way, in the places of the paths. She cried at the gates.
Wisdom.
At the entry of the city. At the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. Oh, ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be able to understanding in heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and of my lips shall be right things. When my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is the abomination to my lips. The words of my mouth are in righteousness. There's nothing perverse in them. They are plain and understanding. All right, and find knowledge. Receive my instruction, not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and other thing that may be desired, but not to be compared to it. I wisdom and do it with prudence, and find out knowledge within riches. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, the hell of pride and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the pride mouth do I hate. Counsel is right, and sound wisdom. I'm understanding abstract. By me kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles. Even all the judges are there. Other than that, love me. Though they see me early, they'll find me. For riches and honor with me, yeah. The riches that righteousness. Mine is better than gold, yeah. Not fine gold. And mine is choice silver. I lead in the way of righteousness. In the midst of the paths of judgment, that I make all those that love me to an average substance. And I will fit their treasures. The Lord has possessed in me in the beginning of his way, before his works were old. I was set up from everlasting.
Talking about Yeshua the anointed.
When the fans abandoned with water. Before the mountains were settled. Before the hills was I brought forth. While the jet had not made the earth. Nor the fields, nor the highest parts of the dust of the world. When they prepared the heavens, I was there. When he steadied numbers on the face of the depth. When he established the clouds. When he strengthened the fence of the deep. When he gave the sea a decree that the waters and our commandments. When he appointed the foundation of the earth. Then I wisdom was by him. As a lamb brought up by him. And I was daily delight. Rejoicing always before him. Rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth. The habitable part. And my delights with the sons of man. Now therefore hearken. Hearken unto me, your children.
Hearken.
Blessed they keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise.
Hear.
And refuse it not. Blessed the man that hears me. Watching down my gates. Waiting at the post of my doors. Who shall find it me? Find it life. And shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sins against me, wrong his own soul. All that hate me, love death.
Wow. So stop being a hater out in these streets, y'all. All day that hate me, love death. I love how that ended, Joe. Hey, yo, hey, that's Yeshua the anointed he's talking about. Because one of the things we have to get about the revelation of Yeshua, he existed even before he came in the womb of Mary, right? When we talk about Yeshua as the Alpha and the Omega, he's the Alpha because he was the first of God's creation. And through him, everything was made, right? And he's the Omega because when we needed one more miracle for our redemption, God created him in the womb of Mary, the last thing that God ever had to do. Because through him, the works of God was finished, right? So even in these streets, He out here praising wisdom.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All the time, bro.
Thank you. Hey, I'm gonna end it here. 15 minutes.